What is a reactor? Reactors for the purpose of this video are those who re-upload other people's creative works as a substitute for creating something themselves, simply by watching the other person's content. So the sleepers, the leavers, the eaters, and those who believe themselves Picasso because they can hit the pause button. This is in contrast to those who use portions of another person's work to create something that stands distinct and apart from the original. This second group does not take all value from the original, therefore what they create does not stand as a substitute for it. Reactors, on the other hand, do take all value from the original, as they're not seeking to create something new, but instead to present the unaltered original work and their first impression to their audience. Reaction content is usually easily identifiable because the title is effectively the same as the original, you have no reason to watch the original work after the reaction, or you can honestly say you have watched the original just by watching the reaction.
While all these things in Dark Viper's small segment here might be true, that does not necessarily mean just because they're not doing anything in the video that these reaction videos are inherently bad. In a world where millions upon millions of hours of videos are uploaded every single day onto this platform, the algorithm could never keep track of all of them. I like to think that a lot of these concepts may have applied a lot more to early YouTube, like 2011, 2012, maybe even earlier on when there was a lot less people on the platform, but now that there's literally billions of users that have access to YouTube, it's hard to really say. So many people are watching millions upon millions of different types of content on the platform that those people that aren't watching your videos aren't probably going to see them anyway, unless they're related to the types of videos that you're already watching. But let's say somebody is a political viewer on YouTube. They really like Hasanabi's content, for example. Maybe they missed one of Hassan's streams and wanted to catch up with some of the stuff that they missed. So they go on YouTube and they're like, okay, so here's what I missed, right? And they see some of the other videos too, because maybe they're not there for the whole stream. And so they're like, oh, hey, well, I guess he reacted to some other videos past the political stuff or whatever too, right? Because maybe they're just like, oh, okay, well, I really like Hassan's content, so I'm just going to watch more of Hassan's content. But it turns out that the video that Hassan is reacting to is actually just a normal YouTuber video. It's nothing political, and the person watching gets really interested in the video that they're watching. Now, there's a 1 in 3 chance that you could be one of these kinds of people. Either you're just the person that watches the reaction and then you do nothing else with your day. Then there's the person that goes to the channel and actually subscribes and watches the video. And finally, there's the person that goes to that channel and they don't necessarily go and watch that video, but they subscribe and they start watching future videos. Now, it is commonly known that most of the people that are going to watch the reaction are only going to watch the reaction. But let's say a 10 million plus subscriber channel like Moist Critical decides to do a reaction video on somebody's content like mine. Let's say that video gets 3 million views because the topic sounds really interesting. That's 3 million impressions that I just got access to on YouTube. On some of my better doing videos with like 2,000 and 1,000 views, those get like 10,000 to 20,000 impressions and they only have 1,000 views. That's because people saw those videos inside of their YouTube feed, but then didn't end up actually clicking on it. That means on my 1,000 plus view video, I actually only got 5% of the amount of people that could have actually seen it that saw it in the first place. So I almost see reaction videos as like a second algorithm. Okay, well, the first algorithm didn't do me very well, but okay, Charlie decided he wanted to react to my video, and now my video just got me like 500 subscribers. Okay, I'm a 100 subscriber plus channel right now. I'm not doing that great. But if somebody like reacted to my video and I got like 60 subs out of it, well, that's the best subs I ever got out of a video, okay? They may have got more views and profited off it way more than I did, but I also just got a net positive out of it too. And when you have more subscribers, you tend to get more viewers as long as you're regularly uploading your videos of content that's interesting.
I won't say who, but the YouTuber with 20 million subscribers the other day. He's like, all these people keep re-uploading my videos on TikTok. And he sent me this one TikTok with like 30 million views where it was just a part of his video. And I was like, I just called him. I was like, you fucking dipshit. You know how many people of that 30 million had no clue who you were? How many views I drove to your videos? I was like, what the fuck are you going on about? You want to strike this? And then after I like really laid it out, he's like, you know what, you're right.
I think a common misconception amongst a lot of the people that use the platform of YouTube is that they forget most of the biggest creators got popular off of being reacted to in the first place. For example, back in the day we used to have a web show on YouTube that was very popular called Equals 3. While not your typical React type of content, it's still technically reaction content. While not massively popular today, nor back then in the early 2000s, Boogie2988, once he was mentioned on Equals 3, his popularity exploded on YouTube.
When I first found this last video, I thought I had struck gold. Now the video itself is about this guy, Francis. And Francis loves playing World of Warcraft, but unfortunately for him, his account was hacked, and he's a tad bit upset about it.
Sorry, I've been crying a little bit tonight. I'm just really upset. I don't know what to do. I'm just really...
An example in modern day YouTube would be Moist Critical, who had his QWOP video reacted to by Ray William Johnson on Equals 3, and his channel is still going strong.
Now this dude made a funny video demonstrating how difficult it is to get this guy to run straight.
And it's f***ing impossible. So, I'm commentating this while I'm playing. I'm struggling to get my character to take the proper running stance. But, what it is you are an Olympic runner by some incredible feat, but apparently this guy has no bones or cartilage, and you must somehow control this weird ass to a 100-meter finish line.
Over 12 million, 13 million subscribers now. I just think a lot of people see this situation of, oh, this guy reacted to my content, and now all of a sudden that just means I'm kind of fucked because he's making more money off of me, therefore I'm not gonna get views. But okay, I know what you're thinking. You might be like, okay, but that's Ray William Johnson, and like he was super popular, and he didn't actually like watch the whole video or show the whole video on the videos he was making. So what about a channel that has grown because of modern reaction content? Well, if I may talk about Moist Critical again here for a minute, he has grown several channels because of his massive audience while reacting to other channels, even on stream, because he'll react to them on stream and then he'll upload them to YouTube, much like all streamer content is. One of the biggest examples I could think of channels that he's exponentially grown is Ordinary Sausage, a channel now with 718,000 subscribers, gets about 100k viewers daily, and when he reacted to them, they only had 3,000.
A big old condom for it. Yeah, baby! That's what I like. It's like watching my dog take a shit.
I have no doubt in my mind that several people watching this video are thinking to themselves several different counter-arguments that they can type in the comments section. For example, what about artist exposure, like stealing people's art on Twitter? People repost people's art all the time. And to that I say, it's very strange that you're into NFTs, but if you're not, I'm going to go ahead and explain to you why you're arguing for NFTs. Because as long as there's an artist signature or the credits given in the corner of like the art that's made in the first place, why should you care that it's been reposted? No entry fee was paid to be lost by someone else or showing it to a viewer first, because if it was a commission that someone paid for, they already paid for it and then posted it on a public forum. So if your art is visually free, why do you care if it's reposted in the first place? If you watermark it and it's reposted, people will seek you out anyway. It'd basically be like saying, oh, well, if there was less people reposting my art, in the same way if there was less reaction videos on YouTube, people would just find my video easier, which is just not true. Next, I know people are going to argue the difference between transformative content and the guy eating a sandwich during a stream content. Now, I've made it pretty clear in this video that I think the guy eating a sandwich during a stream content is actually still helpful towards your channel, but I would argue that as long as it's not negative, transformative content tends to be even more useful, because they're extracting stuff from your content typically and saying stuff about it, when if you just want to watch the whole video raw without pauses or anything, when those people are trying to be transformative, obviously you would just go to the original and then maybe you want to come back and listen to the person respond to the points, or you just want to watch the video in general. There's just significantly less extracted from the video when you're sitting down for 55 extra minutes on top of the length of the video responding to stuff in the video. But based on how I explained the impression system earlier and the 3 types of viewers, yes, the guy eating the sandwich, while less useful, will still be helpful for your content. Lastly, because I know people are going to do it anyway, even though I didn't make it a point in this video, what about the viewers on Twitch to YouTube? Well, obviously the viewers on Twitch aren't going to come to YouTube. It's just simply not how it works for most people. But it is also worth noting that there are significantly less viewers, even on your top streamers, watching them live than there are actually watching VODs of them on YouTube. So yeah, even though people like Asmon, for example, have like 50,000 people watching him react to a 2-minute clip live, if you go on YouTube, you have 250,000 to like 800,000 people watching him react to it on YouTube. Therefore, all the stuff that they do on stream are still inherently useful to you. And finally, just to wrap things up, like, I know a lot of people are still going to think to themselves, well, these guys, look at them, okay? They're watching my content that I worked hard on for hours, and they're just extracting it for their own profit. Well, I guess the way I see it is, should we really ban the idea of reacting to things? The inherent idea of a human reacting to something is an interesting concept. Sometimes reaction content can even enhance the life of a video for me. For example, I might watch a really good video and then afterwards, because I still want to extract more from that video, I might go watch a reaction of somebody else and see what they think of the video. Because while I don't get the same interesting thing out of it by watching it a second time, I get more life out of it by watching it a second time with somebody else. All I gotta say though is if you have the mindset of trying to make money off of YouTube first, or Twitch first, or anything first in the first place, you should be doing it for fun first. Because if you're looking to make profit out of it before you're actually going out of your way to do it for fun, then all you're going to do is make it feel like work the whole time, and any fun that may have been extracted from the original idea is probably gone.